So I'm feeling a few things. One, I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling fascinated, and I'm feeling excited. So let me explain. So first off, scared, and I'm not scared for me, and I'm not scared for my team, but I'm scared for the 32 million business owners that there are, just even within the United States, and then you include all of North America. Half those small business owners are going to get wiped out from this crisis. I mean, just clobbered. The other half are going to struggle, and they're going to struggle for a long time. I think what happens, as Buffett said, when the tide goes out, you get to see who has been swimming naked. And there's a lot of people who have been skating on thin ice. And this only accelerated a little bit of their reality. I think that the weak are going to get washed out, and the fortunes are going to go to the strong. So there will be that small percentage that we call the exception, that this is going to be boom times. These are going to be times that they will thrive. So, but I am scared for the majority of those that are out there right now. So that's number one. Number two is I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated to watch human behavior. We all know that crisis doesn't create character, but it reveals character. And we're getting a chance to see how the character of our fellow species is, really is. I would spend some time with Chris Voss, the hostage negotiator, and he said, nobody rises; they just drop back to their previous highest level of preparation. They drop back to their base defaults, and so we're seeing a lot of people, when presented with crisis, that are dropping back to their base defaults. And so I read an article that kind of outlined what some of the current trends were about our behavior, and this is what most people are doing: is they're doubling down on their worst habits. I mean, liquor sales are up 75%. Wine sales are up 66%. Beer, 42%. Cannabis use is at an all-time record high. Porn traffic consumption is up 6.4%. Television streaming is higher now than it's ever been in its history. Gaming platforms are breaking the internet because of the bandwidth requirements, and people are exercising less. They're eating more crap food. And then everybody thinks it's funny to talk about the COVID-15, the 15 pounds that they're accumulating when they're in isolation, which is the most ridiculous thing. I mean, it fascinates me and it frustrates me, because this is our crisis. This is the crisis of our lifetime. I mean, my grandfather went to freaking war. I mean, he was 20 years old, climbing upon a plane and flying into the dark through the Pacific Theater, where half his friends never made it back because they were killed at war. And our great battle cry is to go sit on our couch. Yeah. That's our great responsibility, is to do nothing. And so Jim Rohn always would say that time either promotes you or exposes you, and a crisis just accelerates that. So I think that the weak are going to get washed out, and the forces are going to go to the strong. So that's number two, is by my fascination. The last is that I am more excited now than I've been in a really long time, Gary, authentically. I mean, that small percentage that will thrive are going to be those that skate to where the puck is going, not where the puck has been, because the economy and world and culture and society as we knew it is over. It is a new norm. We're not going back to normal. We're going into a whole new norm. There was a pre-9/11 world, and then there was a post-9/11 world. There will be a pre-COVID-19 world, and there will be a post-COVID-19 world, and they will look very differently, and it will expose a tremendous number of new opportunities that didn't exist a few months ago. Charles Darwin is famous for the quote, survival of the fittest, but he said it is not the strongest of the species that survives, and it's not the most intelligent of the species that survives. It's the most adaptable to change that survives and will thrive, and that's true of this upcoming economy. I mean, I don't know about Canada, but I think you guys kind of have coincided along with this, but in the history of the United States, we've endured 47 recessions or depressions in our short history, and we will survive through this, and most certainly some will thrive for it and thrive through it, and it will be those that are planned and prepared. And I believe that this can be the time of greatest opportunity. You can look back 10 years from now and see that this period right here, coming out of Q1, going into Q2 and Q3 of 2020, was the most significant and opportune time of your life. You're living through history. Right now, history is being made. We will talk about this period of time for generations to come. And if I were to put it into Winston Churchillian terms, I would say that this has the opportunity to be your finest hour, but you have to choose to step into it. You have to choose to do the work. Mike Tyson has a famous quote that says, everybody's tough until they get punched in the mouth. Well, everybody has gotten punched in the mouth. And I'm talking everybody. The reality of everybody's existence has just got punched in the mouth. The game board has been shaken. Whoever owned the Monopoly board coming out of the first quarter of 2020 no longer owns those properties. And it is a new land grab. I mean, the frontier is wide open. In every recession or depression, some rise and create absolute fortunes. Some of the greatest companies that exist today were born out of recessions and depressions. So the third thing I'm feeling, Gary, is I'm feeling excited, is what I would say.
Be the exception.